If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. Make sure you check out Potown Store. They're having a Christmas gift promotion where you can apply for Christmas gifts for someone else to be gifted code cards and other cool surprises. And they're having a bunch of discounts and sales on all the latest Pokemon code cards, as you can see right here. And when you're checking out, you can use Tablemon code for 5% off. If you're from Europe, mealybotsgaming.com is a great option to get your cards from. They have all sorts of sealed products, merchandise, and all the sets available from Pokemon Sun and Moon upwards, including the latest Hidden Fate set. Don't forget to use Tablemon code when checking out to get a further 5% off from your final purchase. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2020. Thank you so much for joining me. We are going to be now playing with the Rowlet Executor deck that came out of the blue and dominated back in Virginia in the Richmond Regional back in November. Hasn't been that far away. I generally couldn't come up with a card to update this with from Cosmic Eclipse. We did have to take out the Marshadows, the Let Loose Marshadows, so we don't have that sort of acceleration or resource denial, though I don't think it's the biggest of deals. Between Favas and Guzmas, I believe this deck has what it takes to be competitive. We have Super Growth, allowing us to evolve from the very first turn any of our basic grass type Pokemon. We do have our 4/3 or 4/4 2/2 line of VILEPLUME. We have Irritating Pollen, preventing items for our opponents, and we also have Disgusting Pollen, preventing basic Pokemon from attacking. And we do have enough energy to either attack with Rowlet Executor, attack with Shockles, Triple Poison, or Rap GX, but also to attack with Downer Shock in order to apply even more pressure. So we also have the Pidgeotto so that we can draw cards under ability lock. With the Power Plant, it gives us a little bit of extra draw, a little bit of extra ways to find resources every turn, so that's really good. And the deck is basically a very lock heavy deck. You try to get rid of all the resources that your opponent might have in order to deal with your attackers. The 4 Favas are great because not only can they remove Floatstones from Garbo, Toxin, Garb under item lock, but they can also remove Stealthy Hoods that your opponent might have attached early on, so that's really good. And it seems like we're up against a Durant deck once again, so that will be interesting to see. We do lose the coin flip, which, as long as we start the Rowlet Executor, we should be able to establish a turn 1 item lock. Excuse me. Alright, so we don't start the Rowlet, but we basically have it thanks to the computer search, and then my opponent immediately concedes. I guess seeing the grass type deck box was a lot of information, and I mean, like, yeah, you probably just beat Durant. Like, it'll take a while, but you don't go through a lot of your deck before you establish your setup, and all you need is 3 energies on a Rowlet Executor, and you run them over whilst having the item lock. Then they can never recover Durants, their discarding becomes less and less powerful, so that should be a fairly easy and standard win for you. So not bad at all. Alright, so let's look at the next game. Like, a lot of people were talking about Durant, and at least online, how good it is. Now that Lina's Fishing Rod allows you to recycle Life Steal and whatnot, but realistically, it's kind of like a gimmicky deck more than anything. You saw how we beat it with Mewtwo. You saw how my opponent immediately conceded against Rowlet Executor. Like, I'm sure some brave people will play Durant in Dallas, but I would not expect it to do very well. Alright, so we win the coin flip. That's always good. Like, no matter what, our opponents get a turn 1 item lock, but this means we get 2 turns to set up, which is fantastic, right? Absolutely fantastic. All right. All right, so we're up against a Guzzler deck. That's interesting. I'm liking this setup, and I fully expect to be able to heal off damage from Red Banquet. We'll go ahead and play this, and probably for a Faba, we never know. Don't need more basic Pokemon. Should I play the Power Plant or not? I don't know what I'm up against, so I guess I will. And then attaching seems good, and then pass. Next turn we establish the item lock. The turn after we establish a potential VILEPLUME or another item lock. See the very first Cherish Ball. Okay, so this actually will be a Turbo Dark deck, perhaps? The water type in my opponent's deck box definitely throws me off. Why would you play basic energies when you have Double Dragon? I have no idea. There's a rainbow right there. Like, maybe you're playing Max Elixirs, but even then, not a fan. Not a fan of my opponent's strategy. Use a Stain Eliza to immediately switch and then pass this? Alright. So, I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't just... Well, let's see if we can see our opponent's hand. We can. Great Catcher, Fan Club, and 2 energies. So, sure, my opponent will be able to establish the GX attack and afterwards energies, but it's really not the end of the world. So I'll search for the Gloom, and then I'll search for the... I could set up this guy and then just evolve into the Irritating Ball. And based on the fact that I know my opponent's hand and we have a Power Plant in play, I'm actually going to go for this VILEPLUME because I only have the other one in my hand. Sucks that we don't have an energy to attach here. So maybe if that was the plan, I would probably choose Stevens to get the attack in first. That probably would have been much better. Probably would have been much better. Yeah, that probably would have been better. Now that I think about it. I mean, what's my opponent gonna do against this VILEPLUME though? Guzzler and Dedenne. Will she play down the Dedenne? That's the question. I'm assuming not, otherwise she probably would have Fan Clubbed earlier. We simply see the Altered Creation GX. Oh wow, I top deck the energy. I mean, if I flip heads here, I'll just bench the Dedenne for her. So that's really cute. It's a really cute play you can do with this deck. And this energy is just an absurd top deck. Because we get the first attack of, sure, my opponent then hits me for 180, then powers up something. Then I heal myself. Was that good? Maybe not so much. Like, what good is it for me to take 3 prizes? What are you doing here, Pablo? I should have just Stevens, probably. Yeah, because now we see the ultimate rate. Like, I'm gonna give 4 prizes to my opponent. Yeah, I should have just started powering up the VILEPLUME, not the Rowlet Executor. Actually, and then this turn I could go... Yeah, if I had started powering up the Oddishes... Well, I didn't know what I was up against, though. To be fair. If I heal 30, I go down to 150, but this hits me for 150, and I still get KO'd. Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, I 100% played this wrong. Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to retreat. And I'm going to Stevens, and I'm going to start getting rid of things in my bench, on my bench, with the AZs. I think that's the plan. And then eventually I'll get 3 energies, and eventually I'll get knockouts. It's just I don't know what my opponent is playing. So yeah, bad read on my part, but I also have no clue, right? Okay, so my opponent just passes here. I'm gonna go ahead and easy this that way. Like, if I let him knock out this and get 4 prizes, then all she needs to do is Guzma KO one of these and then I'm dead. So that would not have been a very good approach to the game. So there's a water. Yeah, sure. And now, even if my opponent knocks these 2 out with Guzma, then that's 4 prizes. You can never KO the other person. So we were fine, you know? So the deck allowing me to make up for my silly mistake. Not a mistake. Like, this is one of the issues I have with this deck. Like, you never know if they have a counter or not. If they do, you're in trouble. If they don't, then sure, you just get another win. But it's like, it has a lot of 100-0 or 0-100 matchups where if they have the counter, like a stage 1, then you lose. If they don't, then you win. But there's no middle ground. There's like no middle ground. Alright. So we need this Pokegear to be the best Pokegear in the history of Pokegears. Which I guess is not asking for a lot. We have 3 Bridgets and 3 Fan Clubs. So it's not like we need to hit like something super crucial. But, and I simply top deck the Oddish, so that's nice. And there's the Bridgets. Alright, so I definitely think I should Bridget here. Now there is a strategy you can use with that deck in order to beat this one. I think I'm just gonna grab 2 Oddishes. And then I'll pass. So what you need to try and do rather is you need to go use Altered Creation with ADP, right? And then they evolve, and then hopefully you can KO the Rowlet, Alolan, Executor, or even if you don't, it's fine. But like at some point, if you go Guzma, well, it depends on your Guzma counts, I guess. But if you go Guzma and you KO the person who, yeah, this is a problem. My opponent going for Darkrai X instead of guaranteeing the Weavile doesn't seem ideal. We see the laser. Please don't stay asleep. Good. So like basically what you do is if you alter creation, then if you knock out this, the only Pokemon they can have is a VILEPLUME, right? So if you're like not playing with Vile, they can only have the VILEPLUME, but then they can Hypnotoxic Laser it. So then you have to bench something else, and then when they do bench something else, then you Guzma KO for the win. So that's if you don't play Weavile. If you play Weavile, then you're in good shape most of the time. Depends on how easily you have access to it. And my opponent has not played a supporter. He has 2 Ultra Balls in his hand right now. Well, in his discard, sorry. So that means less ways to search for it or guarantee it. I am in top deck mode, so that's never good. And let's see if we can see our opponent's hand. We can't this turn. Yeah, I'm not gonna Guzma one right now. And we'll Super Growth for this. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess it's here. We were gonna go for the Irritating Pollen anyways. So it's not the end of the world. And what we really need is a Stadium. And to trap something like this. We're gonna get hit for a lot of damage here. No items for my opponent. I'd really like to see my opponent's hand because he did not play a draw supporter last turn. Ooh, that Stevens is a fantastic top deck. Double tails though, unfortunately. Alright, so maybe I just give up on the Oddish here. I think that's fine. Just to heal. I don't want to give my opponent 3 prizes in case the Weavile is actually prized. Or I could just simply promote the VILEPLUME. Not yet though. Not yet. I'll let him have that. right? Then I do have to bench this. Right. Okay, we'll have to tank hits with that at some point. See another energy, we see the Ranguru. My opponent's hand is clearly not great. So if we are able to go after this Sneasel at some point, we'll probably be in a goodish spot. Like I said, I have no idea what my opponent's hand looks like. Gonna go ahead and Stevens for an energy as Steven and a power plant, I feel. So then, next turn I'll go power plant AZ. Okay, we see a Juniper. Finally, my opponent top decks a Juniper. Please don't evolve into Weavile. Okay, no Weavile yet. To get hit for 180 though. Right, so I'm gonna play that. And then I kind of want to slow down my opponent. So I'm thinking I do this. I'm not super sure this is the right play, but it's what I'm gonna do. I feel like at some point he's gonna find the Weavile, which is not the end of the world. Do I AZ here? That does delay me 2 turns. Okay, so I'm not gonna AZ this turn because if my opponent had Kuzma, he would have used it. So I'm gonna go energy, energy. Well, not energy. Okay. Energy, Steven, and the power plant. Okay, and that way next turn I go Steven or potentially AZ or something. I don't know how many stadiums my opponent plays. Him losing energies here is going to be pretty clutch. Okay, that's good. That is indeed very good. Okay, so then this turn I go attach. Do I care that this goes down? I don't think I do. I'm just gonna Steven here for a Steven and an energy. All right. I'm not sure though. Maybe I should be going after the Sneasel. Like, what if I powered up this guy and knocked out the Sneasel? But then he can GX the Weavile GX or the Sneasel. So maybe applying pressure with this is actually the right way to go. Or trapping something. Like, look, yeah. He's choosing to attach there in preparation of a retreat, right? It's all about the stadium count and the energy count, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably out of 12 at least. Probably out of 12. So I guess I heal this turn, this guy. Just because I can. And then I'll go ahead and Downer Shock. The flips don't really matter here. Confused or not confused, it's not a big deal. I've seen a single Kuzma. Ooh. Oh my gosh. You're kidding. What? Oh, come on. Okay, no energy though. I mean, no stadium. The thing is, like, when he does get a stadium. Okay, so maybe I do power up this guy. We'll grab this guy, and like I have enough to power up, right? Well, not enough, but something. Right? Sleep? No. Confused. I mean, now it comes down to whenever my opponent finds the stadium. It literally comes down to that. Or if he finds 3 more energies to power up the Weavile, that also helps. I'll go ahead and burn this. I don't need anything else. If I had Pidgeotto here, that would be fantastic. Because then I'd be able to like look for more resources. The double stadium doesn't really matter here. Alright, so my opponent just buying some time. Okay, so I guess... yeah, if he finds a stadium, he has energy to retreat. So I should just keep attacking here. I should just keep attacking. And then if at any point I find the combination of energy plus Guzma, then I go energy Guzma KO this. And then he has to go GX. Well, yeah, that might not even be great. I mean, if I find Guzma, then I can take more prizes. I don't know. I'll take a prize here, an energy, that's good. Right, that is great. Promotes the Shaman. Oh, finds the stadium. Finds the stadium. I mean, is that bad? Doesn't take a KO, right? He actually doesn't take a KO. Yeah, he doesn't take a KO. So then I go this, attach AZ, right? And then I go GX KO. And then what does my opponent do? 90? 120? And then I go 150 heal. Yeah, I think it's fine. I actually think we are okay. The loss of the energy is not ideal, of course. There's really nothing I could have done about that. And then we'll go Tropical Hour GX. Alright. So we get 2 more prizes. Thanks to the fact that we were able to power up this guy. Get a Fauna and energy, not the most impactful cards. So yeah, my opponent hits me for 120, then I go 150 and heal. I'm down to 90 damage. He can't play item cards. Goes for the Dark Uni GX. That's completely okay by me. Right. That is completely okay by me. Because then I go Evolve. I try to look at his hand. Why can I not look at his hand? Oh, if your opponent's bench isn't full. Alright, that explains it. That certainly explains it. I'm going to keep the energy as an energy for now. I'm just going to Calming Hurricane. 150. And then what does my opponent do? He has, yep, he had so many energy in the discard pile. It just took him way too long to find the stadium. So even though he found the Weavile, he needed both things. The energy, I mean the Weavile and the stadium. So not bad. Not bad for this deck. This deck showing why it causes headaches to people, right? It definitely causes headaches to people. And this was really, really cool to use. A bit shorter video today. Definitely recommend this deck as a potentially powerful, easy to use, easy to access deck as well. So that's always super important. And that will be all from me. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, really helps out the channel. And I will catch you next time in tomorrow's video. Bye bye.